Yeah, 3 times, 4 times. Doing gang things, living super clean. That done came up. Can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control us. Look at you, you done came up now. Get it how you live, mess the game up now. Ain't messing with yoga, but get the flame up. Hey, used to be Toby, but got your name back now. I see ya, paid under pressure. 25 lighters got them all on the dresser. If it ain't for you, ain't for you then. If you a lame or a sucker, wanna dress you then. Grown up now, bump the childish ways. Got a wife and a bunch of kids to raise. Punch a clock side hustle or a business you endure to ensure that all the bills is paid. Slow clap for your homeboy. Could've turned out like your homeboy. Been on the same block, cooking up the same rock on the cell block lot with your homeboy. But no, you had vision, you had gold. Brand new you on the old time road. Take care of home where you bust your low. Black men don't teach, screaming bump the hoe. Real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you PD grade. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that done came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the folk that have moved up. Even if you had a slow start screwed up. Used to gang bang, now homie brewed up. Had a little plan, I had them blew up. Look at you like a man right now. Dressed to the T, smelling like a grand right now. And you ain't got nothing from a handout now. Just faith and hard work gets it planned out now. You could've took a bunch of dusty rolls. The hand dealt with a bunch of cards to fold. To stay hot while the world is freezing cold. The same plot, but the story's never old. Slow clap for your kinfolk. Could've been asking what your info. Prosecutor could be trying to do you in for the 2020 twins, so you passing out the info. But no, you had purpose, you had plans. I ain't doing nothing, I'ma say these bands won't impress y'all, don't need no fans. That ain't my God, who is that man? This real men talk, real king ways. Still in captivity, but minds ain't slave. Got a little wisdom, boy, you peep these grades. Giving out the knowledge on the stoop these days. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. Yeah, real man. Sheesh. Yeah, doing cane things. Mono. Living super clean. That it came up. 1 time for my king doing king things. Mom these hoes cause you know he got a good thing. I submit and I cook and I clean and I never hold back on that wop, I'ma let it rain. Made me honest, I got a ring. All praises to the most high, let it sing. A real man able, sister never came. And I going nowhere, this is not a game. Look at you, girl, you lonely right now. Settling for bums instead of men the most high. He provide and protect so he get our respect. And he leading us aboard when them chariots fly. I don't really think you hear me though. You can't cross this bridge on some billy goats. Let them save you in the end like a Seminole. Beers help me, shout to let the silly go. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up. 1 time for the men doing cane thing. Dead fresh to the T, living super clean. 3 times for my foe that came up. 4 times cause the man can't control up.
Okay. Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm panicking. I had to do everything by myself for a little bit, y'all. I'm so so sorry. Thank you so much for your patience. If you can hear me now. Okay, now I'm gonna get the rest of my life together. Woo. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let me do my intro. Shalom and shalom, sisters and cousins, and praise the Lord, saints. It's your favorite housewife, all put back together, Miss Mano. Okay, turn that down just a tad bit, please. That late. Thank you. Okay, so couple of things I want to talk to y'all about today. Something really serious. I do want to talk about the Shanquella Robinson issue. And I want to touch on two different points from that situation. But first and foremost, like prayers to her family, everyone that's struggling with her loss. Um, I mean, it's super, super heavy, but we're gonna get into that in just a little bit. So, first and foremost, all praises to the Most High. Shalom and shalom to everybody on the Instagram. Please head over to the YouTube at Monologue Magad, MONOLOGMAGAD. That way you can see everything, hear everything, experience the full ambiance of what we have going on over here. All right, y'all. I saw something today, um, a post I saw like right before I came down here talking about food. It's hard to find food right now. I implore y'all to please start shopping where your Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters shop. If you are in the Atlanta metro area, there is an awesome, awesome farmers market on Austell Road. We find all kind of good fresh food there. They have all kind of dry beans. It's amazing, reasonable prices, nice cuts of fish. I mean, really, really nice store. So please try to find one of those places and start shopping there. I can admit that I was like a name brand snob for a long time. I insisted on only Tide. Like I had to only use Tide for my laundry. My poor delicate skin could not tolerate anything else. But lo and behold, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that we switched to a Mexican brand named Ariel. I found it at Target. I got 99 loads for $16. Okay. I just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay. I just wanted to put that in your ear to start looking for alternatives. I mean, we can't deny that the prices of things are going up. We cannot deny that. And while we do not celebrate these pagan holidays, take advantage of these sales. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to do that. So, let's just be smarter with our money. One thing my husband always tells me, God gives seed to the sower. Okay. So just stay in tune with that, and let's just start making better decisions to prepare for what we know is coming. We can't act like we don't know what's going on. Yes, a lot of them do sell hot food in the bag and good food too. The food is delicious. All right, so something interesting that I saw today. I wanted to ask y'all's opinion about this. Please feel free to chime in on the chat, like, share, subscribe. If you have the live chat in front of you, there's an X on the right. Click the X. The thumbs up will appear. Hit the thumbs up for me. Share, send it to your friends. Even if you say, hey, I ain't got no friends, I can't send this to nobody, no problem. Still hit the share button and just hit copy link. It counts as a share. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all's support. Okay, so there is a woman Let me say this. And she announced her divorce today after 9 months to her husband, who she says was just wonderful, perfect husband. I mean, fairy tale romance, just whoo, more than we could ever imagine, right? Um, so why is she divorcing him? You might wonder. Okay. They met on TikTok, right? He lived in the US and she lived in Gambia. Okay. After talking on TikTok for like 2 months, he went to see her. 4 days later, they were engaged. 24 hours later, they were married. Okay. So now 2 months talking on TikTok, 2 months DMing back and forth. I'm sure they progressed up expensive, well, not expensive phone call. I don't know, that's an international call, I don't know, I'm assuming it's expensive, okay? So I'm sure they progressed to phone calls or however they were communicating. They were communicating for 2 months before they ever laid eyes on each other, okay? Now, I know in this day and time, internet dating is totally acceptable, I'm not saying that it's not, but there's a difference between having good communication chemistry with someone and having good in-person chemistry with someone. You know what I mean? Like, you can talk to somebody online all day, but when you get with that person, it's just not right. So big risk, okay? But whatever. So he gets there. I guess he's just so taken away. He proposes to her the next day they're married. After 4 days, they spent 4 days in each other's presence. He proposed, got married the next day. Okay. So now why 9 months later is she going through this big traumatic divorce, got all their followers up in a tizzy trying to figure out what's going on? Well, his mom finally revealed to her that he had a whole ex-wife and 3 grown children that she knew nothing about. She knew nothing about an ex-wife and 3 adult children of his. So, and then to add something else to that, like, some people are coming at her saying like, "Well, you that's not a reason to leave. That's not a reason to leave. That's his ex-wife and those are grown children. So, that's not a reason to leave." But she's saying like, this is a pretty big lie. Like, you hid a whole other family. And one of her quotes was, I married a single man with no children. Now come to find out, he's been divorced and he has 3 kids already. So of course, the other argument is, well, if you would have taken your time to get to know him, because 4 days is not long enough to know anyone. 4 days? 4 days? You're not even sure what they look like in the morning yet. I hope not. I hope you're not sure how they look in the morning yet after 4 days. But I mean, come on. Okay, and I get it, like, in the reality TV show culture that we live in, you got the whole 90 Day Fiancé universe and stuff like that. Um, you got Love is Blind, you got what, Married at First Sight. So I understand we have these shows that make it okay. We have these shows that present the premise that um love at first sight is a thing and that it can work. And I don't want to say that the shows make us think it can work, because more times than not we see that it does not work. Like with Love is Blind was last season. First of all, I don't remember what the girl's name is that married Jared, but she knew she shouldn't have married her. We all knew. We was all sitting at home talking about, Ayana, do not marry Jared. Do not marry Jared. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. And lo and behold, now they're divorced. I think like every couple from that season is now divorced. We see it all the time. Even on these shows like The Bachelor, they turn around and get divorced. It's just a horrible, horrible, horrible ending. Um, for I don't want to call it silly, but it is. And I know somebody out there got a story, right, about some situation or something like that. Good for that person. But I would not recommend on a normal basis marrying someone that you've been DMing for 2 months and only seen for 4 days in real life. I could not in good conscience recommend that to anyone. I'm sorry. I can't. It's crazy. So, people are saying, "Oh, well, it's too late. You should have stayed." And she's, "No, I'm not leaving. This is not fair. This is not right. He shouldn't have lied to me like this." So, I don't know. We'll see. All right. So before we get into this next story, because it's pretty heavy, it is. But I feel like we need to talk about it. So, like, share, subscribe. Please share the channel. Turn on your notifications so you'll know when we go live. The last 2 weeks, we have been having an awesome, awesome time with Sabbath Night Live. We air that Friday at 8 p.m. It's me and my wonderful, wonderful, luscious husband who's pictured over here at the top with his new album cover. Just hold on, please go download that because it won't be the only new thing out much longer. He is coming out with new music as we speak. Okay. So turn on your notifications, please. Like, share, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends. Also, download the Nasaya TV app, NASIYA.TV. It's on your Roku TVs, your Fire Sticks, your smart TVs, your smartphones. It's the Nasaya TV app. Go to the YouTube, download the app in that order. All right. So I don't know how many of y'all have heard about Shanquella Robinson. It's been all over the internet today. So first and foremost, prayers to her family. Um, I don't ever want to imagine that hard. So, prayers to her family. We just pray for them in this very hard time. So if you're not familiar with the story, Shanquella took a trip with her friends to Cabo. Not sure what the trip was for. It was her and three other it was her, it was two other females, and then there's another person whose identity is currently in question. And I'm gonna say currently in question because I've seen it come up, but I have not seen anything to confirm that this is in fact a male. Okay. But that seems to be the a train of thought. Okay. So she goes to Cabo with them. Um, and then her mom is getting a phone call that she had alcohol poisoning and she died. Okay. Bad enough, right? But then after the autopsy, um, come to find out her neck was broken, her spine was broken, and I believe her skull was fractured. She was basically beaten to death. And no one that was there seems to have any questions, but a video has surfaced now of what I'm assuming is a alleged beating. So first I was gonna talk about, but let's talk about it like this, okay? Sherry, Marshawn, Shalom, and Shalom. Thank you for joining me. Um, let's talk about the video surfacing because that's okay. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar with snuff films. If you're not, Google it, okay? But snuff films are films where a person is murdered for the sexual pleasure of the viewer. Okay. I know that sounds crazy, but it's a thing. Um, so now what we have in this day of instant recording is a barrage of Black people being murdered on video that is available for the enjoyment of those who hate us. And those of us who hate ourselves, apparently. Because how sick is it? How sick is it that you record someone dying? Why is that ever anywhere in your thoughts? A person is losing their life right now. Why is this a moment for your phone to be out to do anything but to try to call for help? Let's just look back over the past few years. Our brother Takeoff, his murder is available on the internet for people to see. George Floyd, his murder is available on the internet for people to see. Mike Brown, when his body was left out in the street. Eric Garner, you can go. When I went to Google Shanquella Robinson to get some information, the first thing that popped up was the video of her being beat. Why? Like, are we that cold and insensitive? And see, then you want someone to value your life. You want someone to value the life of your family member, but you'll laugh and share and giggle and pass on videos of other people who look just like you dying. I'm not even going to address those who are determined to hate us because why? I'm not into wasting time or breath. I'm talking to you people who are, and don't say, oh, nobody's doing it, because if it was, it wouldn't be viral. It wouldn't be viral. Let's be clear. Like, there are underground websites for extreme racist activity. Like, these hate groups have their own websites and everything. It's not hard to stumble upon one. Just go to Google. I hate Black people. I hate this. Trust me, there is a treasure trove of content waiting to welcome you. So please don't feel like if everybody wasn't watching it, that, oh, it wouldn't be. Because everybody doesn't have to be watching it, but the people who want to see it can still find a way to see it. But that you don't have to try. You can Google it and it's right there. Okay, let me get these comments. That was so disturbing for me to watch. Who is a stranger? Just imagine how the family felt. Her poor, like, I can't imagine what these people's families go through. They have to stay offline. They have to. Because even if I didn't want to see it, I was on Instagram. I didn't want to see it. I don't watch that. Why do I want to see that? So, me not even looking for it, I'm bombarded with this. I can't imagine what their families must go through. And it's all up and down the timeline. People are sharing it. They're sharing it like it's a comedy clip or something. The beating and the murder of people, of Black people. It is now being shuffled around the internet, pilfered. It's horrible. Famous warrior Shalom. So sad, right in your face. It I remember in the 90s. I remember in the 90s when the I don't really want to say it was my parents' generation at that point in time. Um Maybe like their one generation above them, maybe, but they were really raising a ruckus about the amount of violence that was on television, the amount of violence that was available in the newly emerging gangster rap music of that time, um, video games. I mean, they were very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Just adamant about they didn't want their children exposed to this. They were worried about their children becoming desensitized to violence. And now look where we are. Look at how now listen. Let's be clear. Let me get to this comment. Sad part is that we started this culture ourselves. World star. We've been filming and putting it online and the onlookers and nobody helps. We are doing it to ourselves. We have a hand in our own destruction. And even if you want to blame the white man and say, well, they own the website, who's providing the footage? Where they getting the footage? Where they getting all these Black people acting a fool from? It's not white people walking around the hood recording niggas like that. It's not. I guarantee you it's not. It's niggas recording themselves, thinking that junk cute, uploading it to TikTok and Instagram and everything else for likes and comments and views and shares. But why? Why? And now you have people saying that the glorification of serial killers, the infamy of violent criminals is what also helps to feed this barrage of violence. So when you have Netflix producing and making documentaries like Dahmer and bringing that story right back to the surface for a whole new generation, you have to kind of question what the let me get my is going on here. What is going on? My sister Sherry said Hosea 4 and 6 is playing out. I'm not gonna 4 and 6. I can't recall that one. If you wanna put that one in the chat for me, I would appreciate that. Shalom, Jay. How you doing, sis? I just we just have to come to a point where we're not afraid to say no. Like we're not gonna have anything to do with this. No, this is crazy. Look, see it. I don't. Hold on. Let me get to this verse that this is good sis of mine shared. Thank you so much. People are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because thou has rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. Don't worry about the typo, sis. I appreciate you posting that scripture. When it says come out from among them, we only want to apply that to what's easy for us. Come out from among them. Oh, I'm not celebrating Christmas no more. Cool. I ain't want to buy all them gifts anyway. I'm not celebrating Thanksgiving no more. I ain't want to cook for all them people anyway. No more Easter. No problem. But come out from among them. Stop taking pleasure in the things that they take pleasure in. See, the murder of Black people has been being put on display since we have, forget getting over here. Since they came to the slave coast and started hunting us down. Let me whoop you in front of everyone to teach you a lesson. See, but so what's the point of these lessons now? Because when Emmett Till was maimed to death, when Malcolm X was assassinated, those pictures didn't have a place to float around. And out of respect for them, those pictures were not allowed to float around. They were for news publications, and then they were put in a vault. We just recently are able to access these images with so much ease. You'll watch a man bleed out and your insides don't react at all. There's no visceral quivering. There's no fear of God. There's no fear of death. There's no respect for the fact that, but for the grace of God, that could have been you. Nobody thinks of this stuff. But when it's your cousin, when it's your auntie them, when you want everybody to free your homie, oh, now Black Lives Matter. Now Black Lives Matter. Now Kanye was right. It is time for us to stop playing games because the devil is not playing anymore. The second thing I wanted to bring out about this story, the company we keep, okay? And again, let me say this again. I understand that it's alleged that one of the girls that was on the trip was born a male, okay? And I want to bring that out, not just to pick on this particular sin, but to bring attention to who we are surrounding ourselves with, the type of people that we are living our lives with, the kind of spirits that you are entertaining, to say it like that. See, because for some reason, we like to act like certain things matter and certain sins matter and other sins don't. And I'm not saying that there are not different degrees of sin. Yes, according to the Bible, that is true. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, when the Bible tells us not to go in the way with a sinner, it does not say, well, only if they lie a little bit. It says, don't go in the way of the sinner. It didn't say, oh, well, only if they don't, get caught. Or only if you have fun while you're doing it. There are no conditions to don't go in the way of the sinner. No conditions to that. Not walking with a bold man. No conditions. It said what it said, right? And I know it's like, do it take all that? Does God need me to not have any friends at all? What fellowship have light with darkness? Y'all can't exist together because as soon as the light comes on, it's not dark anymore. They can't exist together. Oil and water. If you don't understand that, please grab you some olive oil and put some water in it, and you will see how the oil separates and will find other puddles of oil to avoid the water. But we can't understand that we have to separate ourselves from sin. We can't understand that. You can't you don't you two are not going to the same place. And like here's the you can't take everybody with you thing. If you are trying to live right, from what I read about the sis Shanquella, she was known in her area for like braiding hair, like she was popping, she was doing braids and stuff. If you are moving, building, producing, growing, and I hate to say this because I feel like this just gets overused so much, but you have got to be aware that there are people watching you who don't like what you are doing simply because you make them feel bad for not doing more with their own life. That's all it is. You ain't saying nothing wrong. You're not acting funny. You're not, no, it's not you, ma'am, sis cousin. It's them. Because every time you come around talking good, doing good, the Most High blessing you and your family, you and your husband made it through that little rough patch. Every time you get a victory, every time you get a blessing, they sitting back scowling, trying to figure out why and how. It's the Cain and Abel syndrome. They not mad at you. They mad at themselves because they won't do what they have to do to have that kind of favor on their life. They don't want to put the way, they don't want to get up and work every day. They want you to get up and work and you supposed to hand them a piece of it. Like me and my husband done grew this bouncy house business and we just supposed to say, come here. Just take all we have. Here, take all these 7 bouncy houses, take the truck, take the customers, just take it. Go ahead. I know life was so hard for you. But guess what? Even if we did, you gonna mess it up because you have no work ethic. If you had any work ethic, you'd have stuff of your own. No? Certain situations makes you see exactly why he made his laws no matter how we feel about them. Exactly. And even before this, our good brother Takeoff. Everybody says how cool he was, how quiet he was. Listen, if you know that you the cool, quiet one, and this person that you go with everywhere got something to, they always got something to say. They always got a problem. It's always rowdy. It's always a fight. It's always a problem. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. You don't need that in your life. Leave the ghetto in the ghetto. And for some reason, we've been programmed to feel like, oh, if we do any better, something's wrong with us. Here's the rap music is really a trap too. Okay, let's talk about it. Secular rap music is a trap because you get paid to perpetuate this lifestyle. And look, the fact of the matter is, a lot of these new rappers ain't from the hood like that. They not. Travis Barker, J. Cole. I don't even think the Migos from the hood like that. Them niggas from Gwinnett. You know what I'm saying? So the and I'm not gonna say it was, yeah, I'm gonna call it excuse. The excuse of NWA is, oh, this is our life. This is what we live. We're just telling you what we live. Okay, but what about you new niggas who was freaking in Jack and Jill? And in case y'all don't know what Jack and Jill is, it is a black organization for the children of other wealthy and influential black people to socialize with each other and not have to worry about none of you riffraff. But lo and behold, Travis Barker will turn around and sing to your sons and daughters about how they need to be high all the time and how they need to kill this nigga and do this to that nigga, while he's sitting up here from his good home laying up with Kylie Jenner. Come on, make it make sense. And then, because this is how you start, now you have to keep it up, right? So even if you were saying, oh, I was just talking about my life, okay, you're not living that life no more now. You got money now. I mean, so what is kill Nerva? Shalom. Paid to lead your people astray. Absolutely. That's all it is. Y'all have to understand that even among us who consider ourselves enlightened, awakened in the truth, whatever you consider yourself, whatever level of consciousness you consider yourself on, from if we go way back, there was always somebody somewhere willing to sell us out. Always. Whether it was out of fear, for the love of money, because they wanted to sleep in the house, for whatever reason, you can find a turncoat. You can find them among us. And them same people is still among us today. And see, here's the thing, right? Because the I don't want to keep saying the sinner because I don't want to turn people off. But that's what it is. Okay? But if you keep following trouble, you will reap the rewards of that. You cannot expect good things if you are not doing good things, if you are living an evil life. If you are always amongst strife and contention, why do you feel like anything else should come to you? And I don't understand how we haven't learned the effects of the bystander by now. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time, but not just by coincidence. And it's why I tell my kids all the time, it's not even worth it to argue with people. It's not. Listen, you're dealing with a new kind of fool these days. You're dealing with cold hearts who have no morals, no understanding. It's like I try to tell my kids, listen, they don't have a you at home. And these people don't have a good mom. These people don't have siblings who love them. These people don't have a dad who loves them. They mama's not calling and checking on them. Ain't no Life 360. They could give two hells where them kids at. And because they never learned to value their own life, they don't value anyone else's, right? So now they're trying to appease, appeal to, attract, emulate the people that are held up to them as role models, as what you should be, right? The BS job of hip hop culture. It that's what it is. Oh, this is what you should be as a black person. Hip hop culture. The culture. No, we have our own culture. Why are y'all you ever wondered why everybody's so interested in what black people are doing? Could it be because they don't want us doing what we're supposed to be doing? It is in their best interest to keep us from doing what we're supposed to be doing. That is their only goal and job and purpose. And we the suckers that keep falling for it. Representation matters. Please let us put our face on your sin. Put our black faces on your sin. Please, we want to see ourselves in these predicaments too. That's what you're saying when you say representation matters and you're trying to be represented in the climate that we live in. Represented for being what? Represented for doing what? It's a culture of death, ignorance, and carelessness. No one, listen. And I know it gets lonely. I know it does. And I get it sometimes because it's like, gosh, Lee, do I have to give up everything? Do I have to give up my friends? Do I have to give this up to live right? Do I have to give that up to live right? Damn, I can't do nothing. I can't have nothing. It be like that. It is like that. But I hate to go simplistic, but when the butterfly leaves the cocoon, she's not looking back for what was left. She's just fluttering on. I don't, I'm sure she might stand there for a minute to gather her legs, but then she's fluttering on. If you were trapped in quicksand and I came and rescued you, got you out the quicksand, you and your friend. You and your friend trapped. I'm not coming for your friend. I'm coming for you. We left your friend there. I done took you, cleaned you up, gave you some nice new clothes and everything else. Taught you a couple things. Let you go on about your business. What kind of fool would you be to go back and get in that quicksand? And I know what you're going to say, but I can't leave my friend. So when the quicksand swallows your friend, you want it to swallow you too. And I know what people, but no, but and see, here's the problem with us not being taught the law up front. Here's the problem with us not being told the truth of God up front. There is no gray area when it comes to certain things in life. It is or it isn't. It's a yes or a no. Okay, honey. Hold on. Go back for the friend, but don't get your ass back in the sand. Throw him a tree or something. Right, throw him a tree. Don't you get back in there. But for the purposes of my illustration, you know what I'm saying? Like, Stay yourself safe. And here's the problem. Yes, in real life, you would go back and try to save them. But for the purpose of this illustration, no, you're not. Because you have got to save yourself. You have got to save yourself. And if you go back there to the quicksand, now what danger are you putting yourself back in? You done got out. You done got out. But now you want to go back. Why? And listen, I'm not talking to you special cases because I know everybody got a story about why that's not true for them. The first thing they tell you, well, I'm not going to say the first thing they tell you, but I'm pretty sure one of the things they tell you when you go to get help for an addiction is that you should not go back to the same people and environments that you were indulging in this addiction with. It's gonna bring you right back to the same thing. Your brain is a creature of habit. Okay? Your brain is a creature of association. That is why you can smell something and it'll bring up a memory from years ago. You can hear a song and there's a memory attached. You watch movies, there's a memory attached. Okay, this is what our brain does. It's how it helps us to learn, to adapt. Okay, so if I go and hang out with Tyrone and them, and this is where we go smoke crack. Now I done stopped smoking the crack, but my brain has not finished calculating all this. So guess what? You go to rehab, you get cleaned up, you go right back to Tyrone and them to that same house. How are you mad at your brain for making this association? You can't want things to only work one way, okay? Like you can't want for when you tell your child, okay, come and pray. And they come and they, whatever position you taught them to pray in, they get in that position and they start praying the prayer that you've told them. You can't want that association reaction and not accept that it works on the opposite side of the coin as well. It works good and bad. You don't work at Magic City no more, technically, but you still going there to hang out. What do you think is gonna happen? We have to we have to be aware of the people that are already in our lives and the people that we let into our life. Okay? For my single sisters, please, especially those y'all that husband, you know what? You gonna get back on that pole. That's what's gonna happen. You keep going back to the club, you're going to end up back on the pool. You're going to. Stop acting like the temptation that got you there in the first place isn't still there. Just because you said, "Oh, I don't want to strip no more. This is wrong." They not gonna stop making it rain. They didn't say that they had a problem with it. You declared that for your life. See, that's the thing about you saying that you want better. I didn't say that. I don't have to do that. And so it's hard at first. They laugh at you at first, right? But then when you start producing and you start reaping and that income start going up, now this is where the hate comes in because why you ain't bring me with you? Well, I tried to, but you ain't want to come work. You ain't want to hustle. You was embarrassed to advertise on your social media. You ain't want to be bothered when I was asking you to come help me record. I tried. I told you I ain't want to do that no more. But you still trying to drag me over there. I can't be bothered. Y'all have to learn how to recognize jealousy, and you have to learn to be okay with walking away from it. I don't play. I don't play about that because jealousy is such a strong emotion. It has driven people to murder. I do not play. Like, if I feel like you a little bit jealous, now you get the long handle spoon. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not, I'm not coming down, so to say, on people who may feel that. It's I think it's normal to see other people doing things and want that for yourself. That's okay. Oh, I want to know how she did that. Oh, how can I get like that? That's fine. How can I get that? That's fine. I think that's what you're supposed to do. But when it comes to the point where you're sitting there loathing this person, speaking negatively about this person, now we're talking about jealousy. When you are trying to have a pleasant conversation with someone, but they always seem to be taking like low key shots, that's jealousy. You trying to have a pleasant conversation, but every chance they get, they trying to throw a little sneak this, walk away, leave them alone. Stop trying to ask yourself why. There's nothing wrong with you. It's them. Please. It's not worth it. The Lord will send you friends. God will send you good, wholesome friends for you to hang around. My single sisters, don't think that these them little sideway jokes, exactly, always at your expense, and don't let other people be around. They really gonna clown you then. Stay away from them. They are jealous of you. Always got something to say. Every time you got a problem with your man, her first suggestion is, girl, you need to leave him. I told you that nigga wasn't no good. But she ain't had a man since 1982. Jealousy, and will turn around and sleep with your man if he give her the chance. Jealousy. Leave it. Have nothing to do with it. It's only there to destroy you. We have got to accept the the truth. And here's what's so jacked up just about the world we live in, the lie, the matrix, let's call it that. This matrix that we're in. It's to the point where we can't even see the truth when it's presented to us. It's like this mob control basically of our minds. Cuz let me ask you a question. Why are y'all still shouting Wakanda forever when the whole beginning of Black Panther was about them not wanting the Black Americans to come back there because they thought less of them? How is I mean, and I've had this conversation with a few people, and I had like, hello, Killmonger, that's why he died, remember? And when I bring it up, they be like, oh yeah. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Did y'all was we not watching the same movie and then they enlisted the help of the white man? Hello? Hello. Like, come on. There's no, and this is what I'm saying. It's that mob mind control. Whatever they tell us that we niggers are supposed to like, then that's what we're gonna like. They tell us what we're supposed to like, but what we're supposed to like is the crap that's destroying us. Hello? You're supposed to like hip hop. You're supposed to like rap. You're supposed to like drill. You're supposed to like trap. That's your culture. Nigga, dance. Come on. All praises the most. I would definitely send you friends. That's why I'm always bothering you. Babe, you are never a bother. I love you. You're never a bother. Don't even worry about that. So wrapped up in hype. So wrapped up in it. And I don't know, like, I mean, I'm sure we've all studied this. How the mob will just have you doing something totally wrong. Like they've done studies. They'll have somebody laying in the street talking about help, help, help. And nobody stops to help. Nobody at all. Why? Because nobody else. So they not stopping. I'm not stopping. Oh well. Come on. Thank you, sis. This what kind of mess got Israel blind. I just how? But I tell you what, like the people that I see shouting Wakanda forever are these same people that's putting up their Christmas trees, these same people that had their I voted stickers, these same people that was lining up for the jump shot, these same people that's lining their kids up for that same crap. It's the same. It's like you let them inoculate you with the that keep you blind. You know what I'm saying? Oh, crazy. Crazy. Is this thing on? I mean, what it's like if you not some people just ain't gonna get the message, okay? And I get that. But it's frustrating because you never know if you're planting a seed or watering a seed. You know what I mean? So where you want to be like, okay, forget these niggas. They just ain't gonna get it. I'm done, Lord. I'm just talk to my family. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that because you have to go through a process too. So you have to have that same grace and mercy for everyone else as they're coming up through their process. But my gosh, can y'all at least put up a fight? Like, can we at least start to kind of move with some kind of common sense? Let me tell you about a conversation I had. It's a black lady I respect very much. Told me that she wanted Stacey Abrams to win for governor. Now, if you're not familiar with the Georgia governor's race, with Stacey Kemp, who was running on the Democratic ticket. So of course she's black. Of course. She's running on the Democratic ticket. Now, let me tell you, this lady is more mature. I'm gonna say in her 40s or 50s, not a child in sight, no record of a husband. Just gonna put that on your plate. On the Republican ticket, there's Brian Kemp. And I'm still not clear why this person said they didn't want Brian Kemp to be reelected. Just on the surface issues, the way that he handled the pandemic had Georgia pretty much one of the first states to open. I appreciate the um size of the government control. And I'm saying size because, I mean, of course, it's still too much, but it's not as much as compared to other states. Like here in Georgia, I can homeschool my children and I just have to let the Board of Education know, and that's it. Nobody's coming to check. I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have to check in with anybody. I don't have to do anything like that. I said, I want to homeschool. This is what we're doing. I can elect for my child to be exempt from their sticky pointy things. I can do that in Georgia. And I appreciate these things. Okay. And more likely than not, if we pay attention to politics, we will see that these are more than likely Republican talking points. I enjoy these freedoms. All right. But this black lady was telling me that she was going to vote for Stacey Abrams because she was a Democrat. And now this black woman claims to be very much a Christian, saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost. So I said, so you would vote for Stacey Abrams, who clearly intends to push forward the alphabet community's agenda as opposed to Brian Kemp simply because he's a Republican? Well, you gotta pick the lesser of two evils. Let's see. You have this man who outlawed abortion in this state. Outlawed abortion under 6 weeks in this state, okay? And you have this woman over here who's telling you that women should be able to get abortions whenever they want. Now you claim to be a Christian. You claim to be a Christian. So in my Christian mind, I'm gonna go with the person who seems to be leaning more toward the Bible. If you know what I'm saying? Like, just so everyone's clear, we do not vote at the House of Mon. No, we don't. But I'm just using these two opposing sides to illustrate my point. We have been told as Black people that the Democratic Party has our best intention at heart, blah, 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 blah. Never mind that these Democratic Party ancestors were the same people who wanted to keep you in whips and chains. Never mind that. We're not going to talk about that right now. What we're talking about is what Black people are supposed to be doing. So they feed us with what we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be thinking for ourselves. No, ma'am, sis cousin. I personally don't vote, however, because I follow the most high law, statutes, and commit my votes and beliefs tend to line up with the Republicans. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. But you'll get verbally stoned for saying this, but it's true. Why would you want to line yourself up with people who are out here voting for the right to murder babies? Why would you do that? They're not ashamed of it. Why isn't that enough of an issue for you to say, nah? Because you can't turn around and want to be pro-life, but then vote for people who are not. And it's the same thing with your raggedy friends. They're going to drag you into the mess. You're going to end up in the mess. I was watching, what was I watching? Court Cam or something like that. And there's 3 people in a carjacking and the victim was killed. So now all 3 of them are being tried for this murder. And they can't figure out who pulled the trigger. Nobody can figure out who pulled the trigger, but everybody's on trial. That's how it is when you let these crazy people get you caught up in their sin. Now everybody on trial. Nobody knows who did nothing. Nobody remembers anything. But see, everybody's on trial now, including you. Your life is turned upside down. Guess what? They used to this. They used to jail. They don't mind jail. 3 hots in a cot. For some of them, it's better than where they at right now. And let me tell you something. If you've ever been to jail, oh my gosh, the food is just atrocious. But I guarantee you it's more than somebody has. Now, and you need to think about this, okay? Listen, you done got used to living a certain kind of way. You done got used to showering 2 and 3 times a day, 4 in the summer, however many, you know what I'm saying? You've gotten used to your standard of living. You want to get up, go to your bathroom. You want your nice clean towels and washcloth. You want your toothbrush and your toothpaste. You don't want to get up out the bed and the toilet is right there next to the bed. You don't want that. But somebody who you hang out with is used to that. Listen to me. Let me tell y'all something, especially my single sisters. Please listen to me. When a person, I'm not just going to say a man because it's true for women too, but when a person has been institutionalized, aka in jail, prison, whatever, for a certain amount of time. They are emotionally and mentally stuck at that point, especially if it happened to them at a young age. I don't know how many of y'all got cousins out there that's jumped off the porch, shall we say. But if they started in the game young, you'll notice that most of them catch that first case win, 17, 18. Now they in jail for 10 years, 15 years. And these are the years when you are starting to get more into your self-actualization. You're coming to your own now as a young adult. You are starting to now make these decisions that are going to affect the rest of your life. If you have not been through that, you don't understand it. And I'm not standing here saying that I do understand, but having heard about it, read about it, thought about it, I could see how that could be. It's a traumatic experience. You're removed from everyday society and thrown into a whole nother, let's just call it a whole nother dimension. Everything is different. You don't even get to breathe the same air. Think about that. You're not breathing the same air. You don't get access to the, you can't see the same food. You have to roll out the bed and take a dump right next to where you lay your head. That's gotta mess with you. I'm saying this to single and married sisters. Learn a person's past. Learn a person's past before you get involved with them. And that's male and female. Famous warrior, thank you. Another matrix. It is. It is. It's a whole nother system. There are whole other rules in there. There's a whole nother set of morals in there. It is a totally separate world. So, I blame, it's the glorification of this thug culture that stops us from realizing, this is different. This is something totally different. And I need to make sure that I'm led if this is the path for me. I'm not saying that felons don't deserve love. I'm not trying to come down on anybody or anything like that, but I need my sisters and my cousins to start looking beyond what's in front of you. Start looking beyond. You're so busy trying to get to the pot of gold at the end that you're not even seeing the path in front of you to it. You just so busy trying to get to the end. And you just said, forget the directions. I'm not reading the map. I'm gonna just get there the best way I think that I can. And that more often than not is gonna end up leading in your destruction, Mance's cousin. Know who you're getting involved with. Learn this person's past. What are their habits? Do they have control of their habits? How often do they need to indulge in this habit? Can I tolerate this? What's sad is our skin folk have more structure outside than what they have have more structure inside than what they have outside. And that's horrible too. That's a whole lesson on self-control. That's horrible. That's horrendous. Listen, when you to go back to our story from earlier, okay, when you only spend 4 days in a person's presence, you don't fully understand them. You don't understand their habits. You don't understand what makes them tick. You don't understand what's going to set them off. You don't understand their triggers. You have to, especially my single sisters, you talking about getting married, because and I don't think this gets stressed enough, okay? Once you are married, that man is your head. That means he leads, quite literally. Everybody always wants to talk about living with a cantankerous woman, but oh, have you ever lived with an angry man? The Bible talks about a lion roaring in his home. And listen, it's one thing for a woman to be cantankerous, and I'm not saying that women can't do damage, okay? But an angry man who is stronger than you and can knock your ass out at any second, that's a whole nother level of danger. Like, yes, a cantankerous woman can take your piece, but that man can whoop your asses. You need to think about that. You see him turning up on his friends all the time. Every time the smallest little thing happen, he yelling at you, he turning up at you. Leave him alone. He not gonna change right now. He not gonna change right now. And I'm only adding it right now because I don't want y'all to hit me with the but I love him and he can change. And look where God has bought me from. Cool. But again, why go and deal with that? Y'all be having warning signs. It be people telling you, I don't know about that one. Stuff will happen. And yourself will say to yourself, I don't know about that one, girl. But then here come yourself talking about, oh, well, he didn't mean it. We can give him another chance. Listen to me. Look, my grandma always told us, if you'll lie, you'll steal. If you'll steal, you'll kill. And her point was, be very, very careful of a liar. That lion, that is like the gateway to all kinds of destruction. Because if you'll lie to me about anything at all, how can I trust you? This man was hiding a whole ex-wife and 3 kids. You think that do you think that the Sis Quella's murder was just thought of unpremeditated? No, they probably talked about that. I'm gonna whoop her ass. She thinks she this, she thinks she that. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Lying to this girl's face the whole time. And let me listen. I know. I'm so sick and tired of being told that we have to accept people with a mental illness, and the mental illness happens to be trying to imitate us. And what am I saying? Black women, listen, you don't have to accept a man trying to be you. What do you think? What good is going to come of that? This person can never be you, but they want so bad to have the thing from you that they can never have, that they're willing to risk waking their eyes up in hell. You got to think about that now. You're willing to open your eyes up in hell for this thing? This means a lot to you. How can I feel safe around you? I don't understand why y'all don't get that. It's the same thing when somebody kills somebody else for a life insurance policy. It's the same exact thing. They want the money from the policy. I can't get this money as long as you're still alive. You are representing this thing that's in my way. I'm resentful of you because your living is stopping me from getting to this money that I need. So now I gotta kill you. That's the only way to rationalize it. Because you can't kill somebody you love. You can't. Basically, she politically correctly saying women stop hanging around niggas that think like a damn woman. Thank you, boo. Think like them, look like them, act like them, all that stuff. Wanna be them? You are stopping, especially if, now think about this. Come on, think about this. You out here with Shim, okay? And y'all out at the club or whatever, but none of the men is paying attention to that because they like real women. So now you getting all the likes, you getting all the attention. That's enough to make any other biologically born woman jealous. How do you think a man who's trying to be a woman is going to feel? Do you not see how that could result in a tragedy? You understand what I'm saying? We don't think things through. We don't think ahead. We don't always understand why God tells us not to do something. We are not in the slave days where we just had to eat whatever they could give us. We know that pork causes high blood pressure. We know that pork has worms. We know that pigs will eat anything from anywhere. But we will still continue to put this crap in our body. Why? And then 10 years from now, 15 years from now, when they cutting off your ankles and amputating your toes, you praying to God. No, he told you not to eat the pork. You wouldn't be in this situation if you would have listened in the first place. The deliverance from your problem was not committing the sin in the first place. That was your deliverance. And we don't want to accept that. I say what I say a lot of these sweet men hate bio women, and it's dangerous to be their friend. It is. Come on. I don't see, like, listen, if somebody and we so stupid, right? We'll take that as flattery, like, oh, imitation is the highest form of flattery. Look, they want to be as no, you dummy. You dummy, they want to replace you. Haven't you figured it out yet? They want to replace you. They're telling you that what you are doesn't matter. There's no definition for it. Listen, if y'all have the Messiah TV app, go and look at the documentary, What is a Woman? I don't know where else you can watch it. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but it's called What is a Woman? And just watch it and see how offended these people get with biblical truth, scientific truth, and biological truth. It's so bad that when the host of the documentary was talking to one of the interviewees, and he kept saying, well, what about the truth? The interviewee was getting offended. And he was like, listen, that word truth is offensive. What? The concept of reality is offensive? Listen to me. How can you associate with anybody like that? How? Y'all not even living in the same world. Think about this. You don't think the same. They look at themselves and they see one thing. You look at them and you see something else. That alone lets me know that there's no way that we can fellowship, hang out, kick it, cool out. Nothing. We can't do nothing because you're not even living in this reality. I don't understand why we can't see this. Okay, hold on. I skipped a comment. Too many Lifetime movies about chick trying to replace the wife and it ends in death. No different from the man trying to replace the wife. Good point, boo. Good point. And that's what happens. They get a new nanny or there's a new teacher at school and they want the woman's life. So what do? They kill her. They plot to kill her and nobody believes her. And then at the last one, those movies turn out. But yes, absolutely right. Even when I was a teenager, not in the truth, I had a few sweet male friends and I peeped their behavior towards me and other girls. So I stopped being friends, hanging out with them. Exactly. I don't listen. Here's the thing, right? We will totally cut someone off over the most petty, ridiculous things. Just ridiculous things. But you will try to coincide, be friends with someone who's not even accepting the truth of creation. I mean, think about this. If you believe Genesis that God created male and female, if you believe that, then it is dangerous to travel with people who don't have your same mindset, who do not have your same worldview. And I'm not saying that and see, this is what we get so mixed up on. I'm not saying we all have to think the same things about everything. No, there's supposed to be some kind of differences so that we can check and balance each other. But when it comes to the principle of the matter, when it comes to the conclusion of the matter, we should all agree that we need to be serving God and keeping his commandments. That's what, if we don't agree on that, there's nowhere else to go. Because, babe, we don't even agree on how we're supposed to be living. Because I'm taking a shower every day and I'm gonna make sure my hair is decent. And I know y'all can't believe that's in the Bible, but it is. It talks about cleanliness. I'm not, when my husband called me, I'm coming home. I'm not, ain't nothing to talk about. Sis, you crazy as hell. My man called, I'm out. We ain't got nothing else. If we don't agree, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yo, if you don't love your husband like I love mine, we can't hang out. We cannot hang out. We can't be friends. Shout out to the house of Mono. All praise to the Most High. How I love that you're bringing this. Oh, the water. The water. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. There's nothing for us to discuss. We can't even agree on where to eat and what to eat. I can't even trust you to feed me. I can't come to your house and trust that you're not trying to cause me to sin by what you're feeding me. So how could we be friends? And listen, I'm not talking about associates. I'm not talking about people you're cordial with. I'm talking about a friend. And see, I think that's the problem. Like, we just forget that a friend is supposed to be close to you. A friend is supposed to be tried and proven. A friend is supposed to have shown that they will stand by you in hard times. This is what a friend is supposed to be. And see, some of us just get around a group of people and decide, hey, we can turn up and have a good time. These my friends. Nah, pimp, that's not how that works. Not at all. You have to examine who you have around you. You should be examining every aspect of your life. And also, on top of this, what is this person bringing to your life? Are they bringing nothing but drama, tension, and confusion? Then why are you hanging with them? Y'all not even on the same wavelength. Y'all can't even hang out without arguing, without bickering. Y'all can't agree on nothing. That's not your friend, ma'am, sis, cousin. That's somebody that just got a front row seat and waiting for you to fall. She said, I can't trust you. I can't. I can't. You don't keep the law. I can't send you to get a sub for me. Try to bring me back some salami or Coca-Cola. No, I can't. We can't be friends. I mean, we can't. You don't feel like you have to listen to your man, right? But when my man calls, I'm going to listen. How is it easy for me to be your friend if I know immediately you talking about me behind my back? Immediately. How is it easy for me to be your friend when I know you look down on me? Why would I want to be friends with someone who looks down on me? These are the things that you need to consider. These are the things that you need to be examining, not just when it comes to our female friends that we want to hang out with, but single sisters when it comes to courting, dating, previewing, whatever stage y'all are on with that. We have to make sure that we agree on the same things. Just like you're supposed to prove a friend, ma'am, sis, cousin, prove these dudes. Make sure they can stand by you in some rough times. Okay? listen, I'm praying for all y'all. I know it's hard. I know we get lonely, when we decide to walk the right path and we feel like our friends have left us. So I am I'm praying for y'all. Please to be able to make the hard choice easier. And now the moment that you've all been waiting for. The beast from the east, the mouth of the south, the one, the only monologue McGay.
Sheesh, what's going on? Can vote none to that. No, and I finished with that order, so you know what I'm saying. I just came in here to met with you for a little bit.
The hardest working man I know.
Man, salute to everybody that's tuned in, man. Hey, man, you're doing a good job bringing it out. Yeah, you're doing a good job bringing it out. So you know what I'm saying. I had to show you my appreciation.
Gosh.
Show you my appreciation later.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Did you want to add something to the?
Oh no, keep going. I'll chime in.
Okay, so I guess I wasn't wrapping up, but no, for real. Next time y'all come across them videos, don't share it. Do not share it. Don't pass it on. Don't leave a comment. Don't do nothing. The Bible says don't be unequally yoked. And this is why. This is why. Please examine who you hanging around. It's not worth it. I promise you, God will send you some good, wholesome, God-fearing, Bible-believing friends. He will. You don't have to settle for this riffraff. And it's okay to pray for your friends to come into the truth and to change their life. By all means, please. We want to win more souls, but not at the risk of your life. Ma'am, sis, cousin. Like, no, please. I'm praying for each and every one of y'all. I'm praying for your children. I know these pagan holidays are upon us. You guys have been. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, praises.
He do I. He do I.
See.
I'm going. Oh, thank you. Oh, I see the little baby emoji. Okay, girl. So what was I saying? Yes, pray for the children, please. I know the pagan holidays are upon us, and I know it can be hard to like feel left out. So
hey, check this out though. Why you saying that? Let me just remind all of Yasharala, especially if you knew in this truth with the woo. The Most High done gave y'all an alley oop this time. All right, listen. New moon is Wednesday night.
Wednesday 23rd.
The day before Thanksgiving. Okay. So listen, man, you got it's the alley oops. I know it's been hard for you to get away from these things or celebrating these pagan days or these glorifying killing your brother days. But listen, man, you got Wednesday to get together with family and friends, man. And man, this is alley oop right here, man. So you can I know a lot of times our people just be like, man, they ain't really celebrating these days, but man, it's a day off. And so this the day off that we have, so we cooking out. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Mm-hmm. But man, you got New Moon Wednesday. You got New Moon Wednesday the 23rd. The most high given holiday, man, that you can chill with your family and friends, man, cook out. Tell them, hey man, I'm not coming to y'all. I'm not coming to y'all celebration on Thursday, but hey, at my crib on Wednesday, y'all, I'm having a new moon feast. Get together, man. Pull up, man. Eat up.
And even if they say no, you have to be okay with that.
Yes.
You have to be okay. They may not agree, and that's okay. You have to still love them through that. It was hard for me and my mom. We had a couple of arguments and didn't speak. But now we're cool. Like we've come to some kind of understanding, and she's even starting to ask questions, and we're able to have actually some fruitful conversations. So don't give up. Continue to walk in love no matter what, and keep being obedient. It's making a difference. People are seeing.
God. I just want Angelina Ortiz. Don't say that, man. You're getting hopes up over here.
Don't do.
My wife cried last month when her period came. Okay. So.
Oh, so you just gonna air me out like that?
No, we have been praying over here at the House of Mono because we want to have another child. We would like to have number 10. We would like to have number 10 over here, but
Yes, we would.
we before coming into the truth, we had some tubes tied over there on that side. And so now,
Don't
we
act like it was
praying
my decision.
we praying that the Most High can go on and bless us with one more, if it be His will.
Go ahead and say specifically what you want, because you said you want a girl.
I want a girl. Yes, I would like a girl. All my girls are grown, and now the three youngest in the house of Mono are sons, but now they have no little girl to protect. So we would like to have a little daughter, so the boys can, have somebody to protect. You know what I'm saying? So they can have just want a girl to say, "I'm going to get my bro." You know what I'm saying?
You just want somebody to be able to say
Yeah, so they can go beat people up and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
that. Okay, no, he don't mean that, y'all. He don't mean that. Are we gonna talk about?
We got 24 minutes, so whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, so I just wanted to share with y'all that Stormy had her puppies this week.
All praises.
Four beautiful little scrumptious little puppies. They are so adorable. Let me tell y'all something. They kicking my butt, like cleaning up behind these puppies and the whelping. Look, it's hard work. I mean, this is hard work. Like, it's hard.
We have 3 puppies for sale, 2 females, try, and 1 male. Try bullies. They are UKC registered. They are not cheap. I will offer a Sharala discount. Especially if you're in the state of Georgia, I might be willing to definitely do a co-own with one of the females. But yes, and we definitely have another litter dropping in about a week and a half. Most High willing. All praises to the Most High. Make sure you go follow Mono's West Side Bullies. That is Mono's West Side Bullies.
So what is this voice you be doing?
I think I'm gonna change the name of all the businesses to Mono's something.
Mono's top tier parties.
Mono's bouncy houses.
Mono's print doctors.
Mono's t-shirts.
Y'all pray for us, please.
Mono's.
Pray for this man. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all, Spirit-filled Israel is back on the block. If you have not liked, share, subscribe, go to Spirit-filled Israel. My husband and Pastor Kendall are doing some wonderful, wonderful Bible studies. All praise to the Most High. They are definitely walking us through the Bible, talking real good, bringing it out and breaking it down. So please follow, share, subscribe, like Spirit-filled Israel. Y'all on Facebook?
Yes, we're on all social medias, as well as YouTube. Make sure you go tune in. We are, on
what
our
is this voice?
This is my professional voice. Would like you to respect my professional voice.
Respect.
And leave me alone.
Respect.
Respect my professional voice. But check this out. Yeah, we on the podcast, we touch on things, you know what I'm saying? We touch on some scriptures and whoop. But sometimes we drinking on the podcast. So,
Not Spirit of Israel, no y'all.
No, I'm saying on the podcast we're drinking, so we don't dive into the scriptures like talking about, but with our Spirit-filled Israel, when we really dive into the scriptures, break it down, go through the ins and outs of these scriptures, man, doing Bible study. So y'all make sure y'all follow Spirit-filled Israel on all platforms. Right now you'll still see it on my page, on my brother's page, on our personal YouTubes and things like that, but we are trying to get it all straight just to the Spirit-filled Israel page. We just need y'all to tune in. Also, while we're here, man, I need everybody to share the YouTube. I need you to like the YouTube page, subscribe. I mean, bump liking, subscribe. Even if you don't like it, subscribe.
Even if you don't like it,
tell somebody else to subscribe. Share a video or something.
We want you to like it, though.
Listen, man, we need like 300 more subscribers, man, so we can monetize our YouTube page. so we can go crazy out here, man. So we can uh 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 hey man, the Bible said, man, tread not the oxen. Muzzle not the oxen and tread at the corn, man. We would like to be able to take donations and things like that from our page. We would like to be able to monetize, and then of course that'll get us in the algorithm where we can you know reach more people for the Most High to be glorified. So please like and subscribe to the YouTube page. Share YouTube. Hey man, share this video. Share one of my music videos. Share one of the Bible lessons. Share something. Share something.
Sharing,
We ain't ask nobody for no money. We ain't got no link up there.
We don't. Ain't no Cash App floating on your screen. Nothing. Please, y'all.
We paying for all these services. We paying to bring y'all good quality content. We done built the whole podcast studio in our home so we can edify the people, man. And listen, we ain't asking nobody for a dime. If y'all could subscribe and get other people to subscribe, that'd be a blessing. All praise to the Most High.
Yes, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to YouTube at Monologue Magad, MONOLOG MAGAD. Also, the album Just Hold On, streaming on all platforms right now. Go get it. Apple Music, Tidal, whatever else y'all doing over there. Are you making fun of me? I feel like you making fun of me.
I was seeing if I could touch it.
So did you hear the first segment where I talked about the lady leaving her husband?
Yes.
She found out about the ex-wife and the 3 grown kids.
Yes.
Do you think she should have left?
Well, there's 2 situations here. Now, if we're talking naturally, I say, heck, this nigga lied 100. Woo. Now, if we just gonna go biblically, like she done laid with the man, they married, whoop. This is not a God given reason to escape a marriage. It just isn't. So there's 2 answers to this.
And so see again, but here's what I'm saying. Like, sisters, y'all have to be careful what you're getting yourself into. Don't just
brothers too.
Yes.
Don't listen. No, I'm gonna say we done had enough times of telling women the importance of keeping their goodies for men. I don't think we've put enough emphasis on teaching our young sons and our men the importance of not slanging that thing just to any woman, bro. Like, no, I think it's more important. I think if we put the importance on the man, because guess what? They say women controls the access to sex, and men control the access to marriage. I think that's a lie. Men can control the access to both. You can control the access to marriage, and you control the access to sex, which is the marriage. Stop handing out Johnson to these women that are not fit. Stop. No, vet these women. See if they are even deserving, worthy of. Can she cook? Can she
wash her behind?
Can she raise the children? What can she offer? It's coochie out here everywhere, man. It's coochie out here everywhere.
You get that.
It's time to stop giving out coochie, because guess what? Soon as somebody be pregnant, you sitting there praying to the Most High, like, Lord, please. Soon as you get that text that she late, if you get that text that she late, and you go into immediate prayer and fasting,
not fasting.
If you go to fasting, if you go to prayer and fasting, that means you should not have slept with her. Point blank period.
And what I say earlier, the deliverance from the issue is not committing the sin in the first place.
If you go to Lord, if she ain't pregnant, I promise I won't do it again. I mean, you should not have smash or pass. You should have passed, my boy. You should have passed.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
and we all got them ones, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Lord, please. Woo.
The grenades.
I'd be embarrassed.
Everybody got a couple grenades.
Lord,
Well, y'all do.
please.
Not me. I've only ever been with this man.
That's right.
So
Oh, praise it.
I don't know about y'all's sordid histories.
Nah, man.
No, but for real, let's she's stuck. Biblically, she's stuck. Biblically, there's no grounds for her to seek a divorce. And that's what I'm saying, but that's what she get. Cause you only spent 4 days in person with the man. I don't care about and they talked for 2 months. That don't mean nothing. That means nothing. Because words can say whatever. I can type you up a paragraph and make you think I'm freaking Queen of Sheba. But it's spending time with the person, getting to know the person, smell their breath, check out their body odor. Do they keep waxing their ears? Is their hair clean? Is that dandruff? You have to figure these things out before you connect to a person.
And those is all natural things.
Exactly. Those are all natural things. Let's not talk about spiritual issues. This nigga got temper.
But this is how we got so today's time has got us so nothing else matters because we grew up that way. We grew up thinking like, no. Do he love the Lord? No, I gotta take you to meet my pastor. I gotta take you to meet my pastor first. See what pastor saying. What's up with this guy? You gotta take him to go see grandma first. You know, grandma, she's spiritual. Grandma gonna let you know. Now I see a beating spirit on this lady. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, now she loose. Now she loose. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, it's been many women that took to see mama and you can't pass the mama test. It was like, damn, this ain't gonna work out. This ain't gonna work out, folks. You know what I'm saying?
And so, but that goes back to us not trying to date alone, single sisters. This is why you should not be trying to date alone. You don't know what a good man looks like day in and day out. You don't know the actions of a good man. Like you don't know what that looks like, what that presents like. We just don't know because we're women. And we did not grow up with this. Okay, so you need to take him around some other men who know what's up, some elders that you trust that's not afraid to tell you the truth, that's not afraid to tell him the truth. Like, you need this. We should not be out here trying to navigate this dating world by ourselves. Next time a nigga you dating hit you with that, oh, as soon as we have sex, we're married and all this other stuff, remind them of all that went into it. There was a dowry. People's fathers talked. Like, no, it's not. Stop. In 2022, that's not working. It's not.
Keep y'all stuff in your pants. I know this hard.
I know it is.
It's hard, man, because sex is great.
Married sex is wonderful, though. I'm telling you. Listen,
married sex is the best because you know you ain't in sin. But
it's
just
not just because of that. I mean, that makes it. That's like that is a big number one. Like,
sex is good. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even simple sex is fun, but like you said, married sex is the best. Cause like I know I ain't in sin. I know you ain't out there sharing no cruises, so I ain't worried about what could I possibly get. I hope this just mine. Like, I mean, it's great, but listen, man. So I get it. Everybody would like to have some, but do your due diligence. Pick and choose. Pick and choose, and man, stop. When we fix ourselves, this is what this podcast is. Why Boaz don't want your ass? You hanging around the wrong folks. Hey, well, how we picking our friends? That's today's topic. You hanging around the wrong folks. You hanging around this man that think he a woman. Now y'all out in the club competing. Listen, man. Listen, you guys. Start putting yourself in the company of what you're trying to accomplish. If you want to be a millionaire, does it if you want to be a millionaire, does it serve you? Does it serve the purpose if only thing you hang around is homeless people?
Mm.
Shout out to our homeless people, and we pray that all of them end up with homes. But how can none of that serves the goal? Right? It don't serve the goal. You want a man to be your husband, hanging out with niggas that think they women does not serve that purpose.
At all. Total
Unless
opposite.
you looking for a man who like men,
And think he a woman.
like it's gay. Stop it. It don't whatever we desire, our actions, we should be able to tell what somebody desires by what they surround themselves with. Yeah, but come on. Oh, what the old mamas or old grandma used to say? Birds of a feather flock together.
Show me who your friends are. I'll show you who you are. Or who you want to be.
Birds of a feather flock together, man. Listen, if this is not what you own, like you brought up earlier, like shoot, bro, I'm not I'm not hanging with dudes who want to go out and get extracurricular booty out here. Like we, no, I'm not on that. I tell all my partners. I mean, even the brothers who like mentoring and woo woo. Hey, bro, we can go out. We can have a good time together. I'm not gonna sin with you though. I'm not gonna sin with you. We can go out and I'll buy the bottles and we can drink, turn up, woo woo woo. Y'all trying to mess with chicks and woo woo woo. Nah, bro, I don't want no parts of that. Yeah, I'm going home. I got some hot and ready at the crib. Yeah, they ain't Little Caesars. No, man. Y'all gotta stop. No, man.
And here's the thing, the world is not going to bring this out. The world is not going to bring this out. You're not going to hear this bought out on the news. But those of us who have knowledge of the Bible cannot act like this ain't the Bible playing out right in front of us. This is wisdom on display.
Let what you claim that you want in life, let your actions line up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. We're claiming we want something, and actions don't line up to what we claim we want. You claim you want a new house. Let the time you spend on your job, on your business, line up. You can't just be praying for it. I pray the Most High gives me a new house. Nigga, is you working?
Right.
Are you saving?
What that credit score looking like?
Are you putting your money up? Are you cleaning up your credit?
Are you cleaning up your apartment?
Listen, these are just the natural things. You claim you want a husband. Are you being wifely? Or are you out here putting your booty on Snapchat, Instagram, and on TikTok? Do you think this gonna attract you a husband, or do you think this gonna attract a nigga that say, "Ooh, I love to hit that once or twice"?
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
I didn't tell my wife this when we was dating. Listen, yeah. Yes, boo. Yes, you seen me. Ooh, looking at this chick. Yeah. I I might smash her tonight. Ooh, this could be some fun for the night. But she would never ever get to go meet the moms. She's not even an option. And women, if y'all don't realize that men think this way, y'all are sadly fooling yourselves. You're sadly mistaking yourselves.
Well, it's hard. Speaking as a woman. It can get hard out here to believe that. Notice that when it seemed like all the hoes is winning. So every time you turn around, a different hoe is getting wiped up. You know, but these women that's trying to live right is having a hard time finding
Where's
a
the
man.
hoes that's getting wiped up? They getting flued out. They getting flued out. Yes, they getting the Birkin bags. Yes, they might get a baby from this famous guy. But they are not getting wiped up. They're getting ran through. They're getting ran through. And they feel justified because the niggas that's running through them just so happen to be rich. So if that's the goal, if having kids by rich men is the goal, then be an Instagram hoe. That kid that don't know their daddy, but here goes some hush money. Here goes some, hey, leave me alone money. Here goes some. I'm not coming over. I'm not even coming to deal with this little nigga that we done had together. But here goes some money. If that's the case, I mean, if this is what we
Then
call
hop
winning,
on OnlyFans and do it to it.
if this
Don't do
what,
it halfway.
if this is what we call winning, listen, man, this is not the goal. No man is out here outside of Nick Cannon is saying
In future.
the goal is to just have as many women as pregnant as possible. Even folks who believe it, I mean, even if we believe in polygyny and a man can have multiple wives, you're still not thinking like just give my seed to any woman out here. No, man. It's like, hey man, I got 2 or I got 3 and I'm building a community with these 2 or 3. Like, y'all.
He don't like baby number 12. I don't know how
Man,
many
I
baby
don't know
mamas.
what that man doing out here. And they say he got some hidden ones out here too. I ain't knocking them, but I'm just saying, y'all, it's time to do better, man. Us as the Israelites, us as blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, man, we are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. This time out from walking in wickedness. It's time out for believing what our oppressor has taught us, and it's time to repent. It's our only way out, y'all. It's our only way out.
Sabbath Night Live tomorrow.
Don't know. I need to hit my engineer to see if I'm going to a studio. But yeah, we probably do Sabbath Night Live tomorrow night.
I thought you were going to the studio Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I ain't talked to him, so I'm gonna hit him up. Let me see.
Okie dokie. So hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow night. More than likely we will.
God.
If the master has to go into the lab, then I will see y'all.
Unless you gonna invite somebody over. I don't know.
One time. If Angelina lived around here, I would invite her.
You know, you can send somebody the link.
Oh,
and y'all can goddamn picture in picture.
Be shalom, sis. Oh yeah, that's right. We can do that.
4 times. If you are interested in joining the podcast at any time,
if you would like to make an appearance on Sabbath Night Live,
please inbox the wife of Mono.
Yeah, hit my DM, and you know what? I think we need to do it for real, just down and gritty, ladies Sabbath Night Live, where we just really get to the nitty gritty. I mean, talk about everything, period, menopause, pimples.
But also, I think every now and then you should bring a sister on with the House of Mono, man. Discuss with it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the wife. Boaz don't want to ask. Every couple weeks you can have a special guest on here with you.
Right. And then you know what? I really want to know what y'all going through. Y'all might feel like, oh, well, you've been married for 8 years, you out of date, you don't know what's going on. I really want to know what y'all going through out there when I come to Diablo. Okay. I'ma just send you
All you ladies that say that y'all interested, go ahead and send Wifey a DM so she can invite y'all on her show. She can set up dates.
in my DM.
No, don't nobody sliding them DM now. I'm no nigga sliding.
My sisters and my cousins. Okay, y'all. We love you. I didn't realize it was 10 o'clock. We love you so much. We gotta move out of the way from this KSB. Love you.
To the T, living super clean. 3 times for my phone, 4 times